What's up, guys? We're back once again, and we're going to be talking about another movie today. Today, we're going to be talking about From Dusk to Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. So, this kind of goes way back further in the old, I would say, Wild West days, I guess you would call it. We have to where this goes into the history of the character of Soma Hayek's character, Santaniko Ponomono. Now, again, I will say this is kind of interesting because, again, this is a younger version of this character because we find out that there is one character that is a criminal that she takes interest in, and she sort of, I would say, falls for when she's younger, and she runs away with him even though he is a outlaw. And the one that played, and it's kind of interesting because we have Tamir Morrison that's actually in this film that plays her father, and he is the hangman. He always does the hangings. Now, what happens is between him trying to find his daughter and chase the outlaws, the one that she escapes with, he goes back to his gang, retakes over, and they're still trying to do different run-ins with just different hijackings, everything of that nature. These ones that get hijacked, one of the ones that they hijack, they get lost, and then some other things happen to where at the very, almost in the middle of the movie, they all go to the bar, which is the before of the T-Twister. Because again, if you guys have seen the other movies from Dusk Till Dawn, the bar is actually above a temple, and the temple is so old, is an Aztec temple, if I believe, or a Mayan temple. I can't remember fully, but it goes into where it was basically between a brothel slash a bar. And what happens is in the movie, you have different characters that are tempted, they have different characters that get turned, as well as also other things happen, and all these ones come to the bar, and we have this huge survival slash standoff. And then the one that's leading the vampires in this film, who is actually Santaniko's mother, or I'm assuming her birth mother. So it's kind of interesting that it assumed that this was her mother, and she does get turned, but we don't know necessarily why this person was her mother, or how it was her mother, or was she already half, or was her mother human before she had her, or was she vampire? Again, there was really no explanation of how she was born, unless you go into the series. They kind of changed that a little bit, but overall, this movie has everything. Like I said, the previous movies did have. It does have comedy. It has action, adventure, horror, thriller, drama, crime. That old west type of feel. So if you guys like any type of old westerns, you guys may like this, or anything that has to deal with horror with an older aspect movie, you guys may enjoy it. Now, again, this is, like I said in my previous video for From Dusk Till Dawn. Again, I may not always watch this, but when it's on, I will leave it on because, again, I do enjoy this movie. I may not take it very seriously, but again, it's one of those movies where they were trying to do something and then went back in time to show more about the history of this universe, rather than, I would say, doing this first. Now, again, this is normal for a lot of movies, so it's your typical Hollywood standard of, oh, let's do a movie, but let's do it further, so that way we can go back into the future or back into the past, so that way we can see how it all began and how this continued to be what we know from this day. Now, again, I will say there are things about this movie I probably do not enjoy, which, again, some of the unanswered questions, some of the story, because, again, it tries to reenact the last two films between of all the criminal activity, trying to steal something, trying to live your life as an outlaw or a criminal, however you want to describe it, and then later running into these monsters, these vampires that you're trying to survive against and also not be turned. And again, normally you have your normal ones who survive. And again, if you've seen this movie, guys, let me know if you have, what you guys think about it. Is it a good movie? Is it a bad movie in your opinion? But also, what exactly do you like about this movie? What do you hate about this movie? This is something, honestly, I think that any kind of horror fan needs to have in their collection. Same thing for a vampire horror fan to have in their collection as well. I gotta pick up the last three movies anyway, and even the series. I personally enjoy the movies. I enjoy the series as well. It's just a great lore. It's great I would say, universe building for this particular universe from Dusk Till Dawn. But just let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. It's a pretty straightforward movie, very easy to follow, very easy to understand. But either way, guys, let me know what you think, and I'll see you as always on the next one.